Live again. And today we're checking out some conspiracy theory TikToks. I pulled together the best of the best over the past month, and we're gonna check them out. But first, let me say hi to the chat. I saw a couple people in here. Mandelbrot Fibonacci, good to see you again, my friend. Conspiracy facts, sometimes they are, no kidding. Well, as always, let me know if there's any audio issues. You guys have any problems hearing me, anything like that, let me know. My YouTube memos. The face looks familiar. Name sounds new. I think you might have changed it, but maybe not. Finally here. What's up, Gemini Jonny? Glad you were on again and fighting the good fight, bro. Hey, doing what I can. Trying to spread some knowledge and entertain where I can. So, yeah, today we're going to check out some pretty interesting TikToks, as always. As we get started, let me know if, I said that, but let me know if we have any audio issues. I'm going to get over to this one because the first one is a new pyramid theory. You know how we love those around here. So let's jump right in. Without further ado, let's jump right in. Audio's all good? No audio. Why? Says there's audio. There's no audio from the video or no audio from me? It says there's audio, so I don't know what's going on. Let me play it again. Yeah, macOS. Be this one. Let's try that. Anything now? I don't see anything popping up on my side now. Let me just re-add an audio source. I don't know why it always does this to me. It's like I don't do this every week. Nope, this is the wrong thing. Add. Oh man, it's been. Oh, there we go. Mac OS audio capture. Boom. No, still no audio. All right, let's try this. If this doesn't work, then man, I don't know what to do. It's like every week I add the audio source back to this stupid stream platform. Let me play it. Still nothing? Now I'm not seeing anything on my side. Nope. What if I just do...
The ancient Romans would tour the pyramids like we tour the Colosseum today. And over that insane scale of time, things get blurry. But what we do know is that
Alright, if it's working now, I'll restart this video. Sorry, that's kind of long.
He said, the pyramids.
But just to make sure the audio is all good, I think it should be good now.
About 2 years ago, I got an email from a guy who had a theory about the pyramids.
No audio,
and
no
at
audio.
first, I kind of ignored it.
One of these days, it'll just
when
work
it comes to the pyramids,
how it's supposed to.
The line
Alright,
between
thank you. Hi, Nico. Hi, Debbie.
It's a little blurry, but
OG's in the
he
chat.
sent me all of
Coco
his
now, huh?
almost
I like
10
that.
years of work, and I did look at it eventually.
Bumble
and
Queen,
it
thank you for the heads
completely
up.
changed the way that I look at the pyramids. He said the pyramids weren't built; they were unbuilt. And maybe all the missing evidence.
Now they got everything fixed. Oh, Guido Sarducci.
Missing at all.
What's up, man? Thanks for being here. Bumble Queen, thanks for the heads up. Appreciate
I want to walk you
you.
through this theory today, but I'm not gonna lie. This email did take me down a very strange rabbit hole. Because for all the theories and simulations and 4,000 years of research and speculation, we actually know very little about how these structures were built.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I do remember. I remembered your face. I didn't remember the name, but I do remember you asking about the Universal Studios life. Yeah, hopefully someday.
Very old. The cliche saying is that Cleopatra lived closer to the iPhone than she did to the construction of the pyramids.
That one always messes me up.
Romans would tour the pyramids like we tour the Colosseum today, and over that insane scale of time, things get blurry. But what we do know is that pyramids themselves were the endpoint of a massive architectural learning curve, each one taking about 10 to 15 years, and each one getting us closer to the Great Pyramid. 146 meters tall, 2.3 million blocks of stone. The base is almost a perfect square, off by mere centimeters, with a slope so razor precise, because even the slightest variation would mean a failure.
I think this is
and the whole thing
feels like this is all just old
perfectly to true north,
pyramid
off by
facts.
just 1/15 of a degree. And they did all of this without compasses or lasers or GPS. As far as we know, they used nothing but the stars. And if you scaled it to the size of the Earth, the height to base ratio would almost match the curvature of the planet. The latitude is the exact same number as the speed of light, and just 0.0002 degrees off from the pyramid's latitude is also this subway in Louisiana, because a lot of things exist on that latitude. But you see, the pyramids seem so impossible, and our understanding is so limited, that it's just the perfect breeding ground.
What do you guys think the
conspiracy
pyramids
theories.
are?
He said,
I still think that the pyramids are way older than we think. I think who was it? I forget who it was, but somebody had the water erosion hypothesis that the Sphinx shows clear signs of water erosion, so it makes sense that they were there during the Younger Dryas. I don't know. I think it makes sense. It looks like water erosion to me, but I'm no expert. But yeah, drop it in the chat. What do you guys think the pyramids were or are? Because I certainly don't think they were burial sites. All the burial sites were around the pyramids, so it's probably an energy plant.
I posted a joke about a conspiracy theory that now 2.5 million people have seen, and I wanted to find out more to understand why everybody reacted the way they did. So I have spent the weekend researching Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez.
Ooh.
Not a sentence I ever expected to say.
Do you guys know
Here's
about
what I
this one?
found. Selena
I think we
Gomez and
talked about
Justin Bieber dated from 2010 on and off until 2018. Bieber would describe Gomez as the love of his life, so much so that he got a tattoo of her as an angel in 2013 that was allegedly inspired by one of her photo shoots. Kids, I cannot recommend enough, do not get a tattoo of a relationship that you're in. While at the time this didn't seem like a big deal, this would be pointed to much later as foreshadowing because of Gomez being portrayed as an angel. During their on-again, off-again relationship, Bieber would actually be allegedly tied to Kourtney Kardashian. Those rumors would circulate in 2015, but in 2014, Kardashian gave birth to her son, Rain Disick. Unlike her first son, she did not film and make publicly accessible the birth of this child, which spurred on a lot of rumors. One of the rumors is that Bieber and Kardashian actually had the child together, not Scott Disick. A lot of people point to pictures of Bieber and Rain being very similar to saying that Bieber is the father of the child. The other theory is Rain is actually the child of Selena Gomez and Justin Bieber, and that they gave up the child to the Kardashians to save them from a PDF ring. Now, there's no evidence, hospital records, anything to corroborate this, so I'm not entirely sure, but there have never been any issues with who the father of a child is in the Kardashian family, so I'm sure it's fine. Things would get rough for Gomez in 2017 as on June...
This one goes on for a while, so real quick, this guy's Jeremy B. Funny. Before we go on, Jeremy Brown is his name, but Jeremy B, the letter B, Funny on TikTok. If anyone wants to go check him out, so we're gonna watch the rest of this.
19th, she would have kidney replacement surgery due to lupus. The donor was her best friend, Francia Reza. Gomez was so thankful for this potentially life-saving surgery that allegedly the two never speak, and Reza wasn't even invited to Gomez's wedding to Benny Blanco. The theory is that Reza would soon see a change in Gomez that would cause the distance. The next month, in July of 2017, there may have been an email from that Jeffrey saying that he has decided on Selena Gomez. If this is real, because this is an alleged screenshot of an email...
First of all, yeah, we can say if it's real if we want, but it's in, you can go search Selena Gomez in the official Epstein files on the government website, and that email's in there. So, you know, I know he's protecting himself by saying that, but it's real.
There's no way that spelling wasn't deliberate. I can't spell my favorite word without it auto-correcting to duck, so there's no way that spell check would allow this to get through. If true, that would help explain why this isn't the Selena that Justin fell in love with, or that Reza became best friends with. At this time, Gomez wasn't out in public despite just releasing new music, and in September she would announce that she had the surgery. Also in September, a young woman named Kanika Jenkins would be found unalived in a hotel freezer with alcohol and medication she didn't need in her system. The theory is that this woman was unalived because the new Selena needed organs. There are a couple of theories about the new Selena. One is that actress Gina Davis has assumed the body or that of a clone of Gomez due to facial features and mannerism similarities. Another theory is that a
Yeah, he's gonna get into that. I want to jump into the chat real quick though, because my YouTube memo said about the pyramids. I get the feeling all pyramids are tops of obelisks they show us in the White House lawn. I think. Yeah, it could be. You know, who knows? At this point, man, it's like who knows. I never say no to anything because everything's so weird. Megaliths on every continent. How and why? Yeah, the megaliths were weird. I was looking into those for a little bit. I don't get it, but you know, I don't know. Maybe it's the start of what's that movie? If the world we know is like a big computer, I see how all these objects are being connected to create a programmed reality. Chemtrails, pyramids, UFOs, holograms, etc. I don't know. It's creepy stuff. Well, on that note, I got the next video for us. It'll kind of touches on that a little bit. But let's finish this. I'm guessing he's going to go into it, but a lot of this theory about Justin and Selena stems from allegedly, these are people online, so who knows, eyewitnesses that were at the church when Justin Bieber like had a breakdown during a sermon and like admitted to all of it. You know, allegedly, conspiracy theories for fun and entertainment purposes only, whatever.
Demon has assumed the body or the clone of Gomez because demons.
Obviously.
While there is a clear difference in the appearance of Gomez between 2017 and now, she would explain it due to lupus medication and the fact that she has had Botox. There are some folks that will also point to her height because Bieber and Blanco are both listed as 5'9", but Bieber appears taller than Gomez and Gomez appears taller than Benny Blanco. While all this is going on, Bieber would end up marrying Haley Baldwin. Normal love story, right? Of course not. Bieber would meet Baldwin when he was 15 and she was 13. From there, Baldwin would coincidentally end up at a whole bunch of concerts, events, and even some dates that Bieber was on. The story goes, Baldwin's father, Steven, actually purchased Bieber from Diddy for his daughter because she was such a huge fan. People are saying that Haley is Justin's owner or handler, which is why he appears unhappy in videos with her, but it could just be that they're celebrities always in pictures and he won't always seem happy, and I'm sure that no married man has ever appeared unhappy with his wife. A lot of people are also pointing to art imitating life because in the reboot of Wizards of Waverly Place, Gomez's character sacrifices herself for her daughter, and in American Horror Story Delicate, Kim Kardashian plays an evil character who uses human blood and dark magic to secure success for her client. A lot of people will point to Justin's song Ghost, where he sings the lyrics, I know you crossed a bridge that I can't follow, and if I can't be close to you, I'll settle for the ghost of you, along with his extremely emotional performance of the song at the VMAs as a sign that he knows the real Gomez is gone. Could also just be that he's really sad they broke up and is using metaphor. Is Justin Bieber just a child star who's been through a lot, got a tattoo of his ex, sang about her, and isn't always happy on camera? Or did he potentially father a child that was stolen from him, get sold to his now handler, and realize that his true love was taken prematurely from the world? Are the Kardashians in possession of a stolen child, or are they just famous for being famous and always surrounded by controversy? Is Selena Gomez truly gone after losing her child and her life that is now run by either Gina Davis or a demon? Or is she just somebody that's been through an extreme medical condition, taken a lot of medication, had Botox, and aged more extremely than a lot of celebrities? Davis or...
Oh, I'm sorry. That is now run by either Gina Davis or a demon. Oh, that's hilarious. I mean, look, who knows, right? Like I said a second ago, who knows? And this all stems from allegedly Justin Bieber saying all of this in a church, I think in West Hollywood or something. Yeah, I don't know. Well, just my YouTube memo says, why would the government need real humans when they can create clones? And I think they don't necessarily need more humans. I think they have a lot of us. I think they want less humans, actually. I think they need, you know, a few million of us to build their stuff and clean their laundry and, you know, etc. But I think ideally the powers that be or the government or whatever you want to call it would like to eradicate a lot of us if we're going down the conspiracy path route, right? But there's millions and millions of dollars to be made off of these celebrities. And as we've seen with like every celebrity death, they continue to do it even after they die. So if they had a way to clone a celebrity and not have and like not deal with the death of them and making the money off of their death, wouldn't they do that? And we know that cloning technology exists. Remember the sheep in the 90s? We might. So I wanted to. When you said my YouTube memo said if the world we know it is like a big computer, I want to go to this other one that I skipped because I think we might have done it a couple weeks ago. I'm not sure.
Most insane internet rabbit holes that are all the convincing part, Bay 1085. We are living on a giant motherboard, and ancient structures were built as circuit boards to harness the Earth's natural energy to power civilization. And it was neither humans nor aliens that came up with this. Oh, we deep in these weeds today, Custa. Why does this 13th century cathedral have the exact same pattern on its floor as this circuit board? We're not even talking kinda similar. This is a 1-to-1 perfect match. And this isn't just any circuit board, but one for a specific device called a Schumann resonator. A small, low-frequency electronic device designed to generate electromagnetic radiation tuned to approximately 7.83 hertz, the exact frequency that the Earth's atmosphere vibrates at, called the Schumann resonances, or the heartbeat of the
Maybe
Earth.
he's saying it right. I don't know. I thought it was the Schumann resonance.
Harness energy. Free, natural energy from the ether that these resonator devices attempt to mimic. This floor is from the Chartres Cathedral in France, built in 1220 AD. The Schumann resonances weren't discovered until the 1960s, and its related circuit board much later, yet somehow their patterns are literally identical, which could, in theory, imply that old structures like these may have been power plants that captured and transmitted these natural resonating frequencies of the Earth to power ancient societies, who possess lost esoteric knowledge of harnessing free energy from the Earth that they built all around the world. Giza pyramid power plant theory step aside. This is the world power plant theory. And the more we look, the more we see it everywhere. Repeating patterns in ancient sites around the world that almost precisely resemble computer circuit boards. From ancient Egyptian cities to those in ancient Mexico. From a bird's eye view, they all have very similar, extremely structured, grid-like layouts to them that really do look like modern electronics. These are some insanely calculated measurements here, which they would never do just at random. Here's an aerial view of the ancient ruins in... oh, wait, no, never mind. That's just a dusty motherboard. This is an Egyptian pyramid next to a microprocessor and the layout of an Osirian temple beside a computer chip. Now, I'm not saying this is real, just another insane rabbit hole that I'm laying out for you. But now, what if it was neither humans, nor past civilizations, nor even aliens that designed this? I'm gonna let this meme right here do the explaining, because this might kind of blow your mind. The life cycle of AI. First, humanity gets advanced enough to be able to research AI, as we have been doing for the past few decades. Then we perfect AI, and I think we can agree we're slowly, or maybe quickly, getting there. Then AI perfects itself, followed by AI enslaving humanity, forcing us to build its energy-gathering components into the greatest source of power we have available, the Earth itself. As we see with all those structures and precise mathematical layouts of ancient sites resembling circuit boards. It wasn't aliens, it wasn't some long-lost advanced civilization, it wasn't interdimensional beings, it was AI that built the pyramids. If AI ever manages to perfect itself and then take over humanity, we can all assume its next logical step would be to conquer the entire Earth as its own. What better way to conquer it than harnessing the Earth's natural energy for its own use, by building its hardware directly into its surface, until an inevitable solar flare disables AI, like, I don't know, the mighty Zeus throwing a powerful thunderbolt at it, freeing humanity from its grip of enslavement, which in turn causes humanity to then worship the sun in the form of sun gods for saving them, repurposing the pyramids and structures that powered AI for simple human needs like tombs. And the cycle of human civilization repeats as we technologically evolve over the next millennia just to create AI all over again. Of course, this is purely speculation, a wild theory that may or may not be true, but hey, that's what internet rabbit holes are all about now, aren't they?
I mean, that's a fair point. That was Phil's Pixel, F-I-L-S Pixel on TikTok, Philip Ziba. So go check him out, because yeah, it was interesting. But yeah, exactly. There's, you know, I don't know about AI building itself and a solar flare taking. Wouldn't a solar flare like also kill lots of us? If it, I don't know. Boom, boom. Depopulation agenda 2030 or bust. Man, let's hope not. Let's hope we decide to do the big R word before then. Not recommending anyone do anything. Just. Yeah, that was Phil's Pixel. This first one was Market Beyond, by the way. I don't think I said that earlier. Market Beyond. Then Jeremy B. He was good. Jeremy B. Funny. Now let's get to the next one.
I'm telling you right now, if I
this one's Perspective of Bliss.
was on Earth, I would absolutely smash it, because the mechanics are so simple. Identity shapes behavior and perception shapes reality. That's the whole framework. Well, of course you're going to think that because you're watching from the outside. Well, what difference does that make? You're forgetting they literally don't remember it's a game. Wait, what? Well, yeah, they're born straight into their avatar, memory wiped, perception lenses installed, then you throw in family beliefs, cultural scripts, fear responses, the lot. And the cherry on top is that they literally think the voices in their head is them. So what you're telling me is that they're navigating blind? Mostly, yeah, but still, eventually they'll figure it out, right? Well, here's where it gets interesting. So, thousands of years ago, certain humans started to see a pattern, right? They noticed that belief moves behavior, fear maintains order, reward reinforces loyalty. So, they basically understood that the real power was psychological. Oh, amazing. They cracked the code. Wait, but why are they still living like that? Cracked it, sure. Shared it? Absolutely the fuck not. That's dark. Why? Because if everyone realizes that the key is internal, then hierarchy collapses and you can't control people who know their worth isn't negotiable.
We might have seen this on
what
the
did they
channel
do?
before,
Well,
but
they
it's
built
a good
structures
video. So.
that redirect attention outwards. So think entire economic systems tying survival to money, social systems tying value to status, and cultural narratives tying morality to obedience. That means the average player spends their whole life chasing external validation. So instead of discovering their internal power, they spend decades trying to prove themselves to systems that were never meant to validate them. That is fucking calculated. I'm telling ya. And the genius part is it arrives through the people that they trust the most. Elaborate. Well, parents teach their children the same fears, teachers reward compliance, employers reward burnout, and the media amplifies comparison. So the players essentially end up passing down the mental cage themselves, thinking that it's normal. So if the system sustains itself without anyone ever realizing, then that just means the game is rigged and there's no way out. No, but there is. Remember, it's only effective on players that never question the lens. So if someone realizes the key is internal, the structure loses leverage. Yeah, I would absolutely smash it. Smash it? That's what they all say. I'm telling you right now.
Anybody else relate? Let's see. Hey, it's new people. Oh man, 33. Hey, yo, Johnny, I finally made it live. Hey, oh, I didn't mean to do that. I don't know what I clicked. Hey, thanks for being here. Glad you can make it. My YouTube memo says, to top it off, I just got done watching Total Recall on VHS earlier. LOL, creepy. A classic. All right, let's keep going. I don't really have... Oh, this one's good. This is all of us.
I mean, I nailed it.
I'm honest, I'm as shocked as you. Some of those were a little out there, and every single one was true. I'm honestly as shocked as you guys are.
I thought I was making some shit up back there.
I mean, I want to say I told you so, but I really just wish none of this was real at this point. I mean, it was fun when it was maybe not real, and now it's
all very real.
And once again, it's every single conspiracy theory is correct now. I'm just terrified. I mean, on top of all that stuff, I'm pretty sure they just confirmed aliens are real
For real this time.
So I don't know what they expect us to do with our lives. I mean, the Wayfair furniture thing was real.
That was such a long shot. Oh my god.
I mean, the whole point of these conspiracies is that when they come to light, people get put in jail.
That's just not happening. So, like, the fun has been taken out of this completely.
I mean, I don't know what we do from here in terms of conspiracies. I mean, I want to make up new ones, but God forbid those become real. I feel like I'm
Wishing things into existence at this point.
I mean, the pizza thing?
The fucking pizza thing?
And also, it's not as important, but Jeffrey Epstein did make microtransactions. He did everything bad. I knew it, but I wish I didn't. So,
That's funny. He did one a long time ago, and then this was an updated one he did a couple months ago, but... Boom, boom. Let's top it off. Just got done. Thanks for having me. Sent star for 2 jewels. What does that mean? Is that a support, a feature on here? Is that the get? What do they call it on YouTube? I forgot. But thank you. I appreciate it. So I was checking out my top fans. That's kind of cool. You guys have XP in there. So you can get to the top level. Gotta catch 'em all, you know. But yeah, I thought that was relatable. I thought we could. Oh, he's a Big Tug, by the way. Bigtugg. Tucker Lindgren. He's funny. Go give him a follow.
Do you think Jeffrey Epstein was a spy?
I believe.
So this guy is John Kirikow. He's been all over social media for the past couple months. I'm sure you guys have seen him, because I'm sure your timelines are similar to mine. And, you know, side-eyeing a little bit, because just like the Bustamante or whatever, I don't think anybody is a former CIA agent. However, this guy's background is interesting because he like sued the CIA. He was a whistleblower on the CIA, and then he went to work for Russia, a Russian media outlet. His excuse is that's the only people that would hire him. But it's interesting that he's gotten so famous and gotten such a good push from the algorithm lately, so, you know, good to keep an eye on these types of guys. So let's hear what he has to say about Jeffrey Epstein.
Jeffrey Epstein was a spy.
I believe very strongly he was a spy, yes.
And who do you think he was working for?
The Israelis. I'm confident it was the Israelis.
Why?
Jeffrey Epstein is
And the Russians. And the CIA.
stereotypical example that they give you in training for what's called an access agent. This is a different kind of recruit. So, for example, if you're a foreign intelligence service and you want information, like close-in information from a former president, from the CEO of the biggest company in the world, from a member of the British royal family, you're not going to recruit these guys. You're not going to recruit Bill Clinton or Bill Gates or Prince Andrew. So you do the next best thing. You recruit somebody who has regular access to them. And that person that you recruit is going to need to make these people feel comfortable and appreciated. And so you give him plenty of money. So he has this house on an island, or he has the whole island. And maybe you bring in young girls, you get them in compromising positions, just in case you need to use what's called compromat, compromising pictures. We know now that Jeffrey Epstein's house on the island had video cameras, hidden video cameras in literally every room, including the bathrooms. Why?
Why?
Why would he care what was going on unless it was to use that information against people? As I said, only the Israelis and the Russians use extortion as a motivator.
Only?
So would
Come
they
on
have
now.
made Jeffrey Epstein rich
Yeah.
in order to give him that access?
Yes.
How could they have done that?
Oh, that's easy. I mean, you do. Governments are the only ones really that can
was that?
that can launder money unfettered.
It was
And
in
you
the
can also
video.
do it through real estate, through fine art, and through horses. Those are the three easiest ways to launder money today. Fine art, real estate, and racehorses.
But presumably he would have spoken out at some point, no? He would have said something, or...
No. But it would explain why he got a sweetheart deal in 2006. I mean, this is a guy that's been convicted of child sex crimes.
We won't watch any more of this because you could either go just watch the whole. It's only halfway through. You can go watch the podcast or this TikTok. TikTok is elray1290. ELREY 1290. I guess I could just show you. It's elray1290. So yeah, if you want to go watch the rest of that, you can. But yeah, personally, I think he was working for the Russians and like the KGB, obviously, and the CIA as well. But yeah, it seems very clear that he was working for multiple people. I think he was shopping information around, probably selling it to all three, just like Ghislaine Maxwell's dad. Let's go through this. Oh yeah, he does kind of look like Trevor Noah. I could see it for sure. And they kind of have similar accents. I'm not sure if they're from the same place, but. And then, oh man, I laughed at this. Big Tug, huh? Probably got real strong forearms. That's what you did there. That dude was the IT guy at the CIA or the Waterborne or something. I don't trust his face. Yeah, something about him. It just doesn't sit right with me. Like anytime anybody's an ex-CIA person, it's just like he does have a little bit more believable story, but isn't that exactly what the CIA would give an ex-CIA officer that they wanted to go do a media blitz? You know, I don't trust anybody that was ever in the CIA. I never have, never will. Or people that I think are like Tucker Carlson, but I won't go down that rabbit hole right now. I think I'm knowing of at least 100 conspiracy theories. Yeah, it's like it's crazy because say there's been 100 conspiracy theories. Let's just go with that for sake of ease of numbers. Let's just say there was 100 conspiracy theories over the last 20 years that have been in the zeitgeist and have been conspiracy theories that nobody took seriously. And 60 of them have been proven true in the past couple of years. Shout out to the age of Aquarius, age of the internet, whatever you want to call it. What the WTF? Did somebody just get whacked behind the set? Yeah, I think they did that to troll a little bit. There's a bunch of people talking about it in the comments. Sorry about that, guys. I didn't realize that was coming, obviously. In-N-Out, a pre-roll in Gemini Live. Dang, that sounds so good. I want some In-N-Out now. I already beat you there to the other part, but it's a solid number of conspiracies to know for real. For real. Yeah, exactly. Oh man, I don't know if there's really such a thing as ex-CIA. One of these days, by the way, I will get the comments up on the screen. I'll figure out how to do that. I'll do it this week, and I'll try to have it up for next week. But right now, I can't even figure out how to get the audio going right. So you know, but yeah, exactly. I don't think anybody is ex-CIA. I think you guys know, I mean, I've done videos on it, so I won't go too far, but Tucker Carlson applied for the CIA and got denied, and then went and had like a world-renowned media career. It's pretty incredible, you know? Central casting on YouTube, for real. Like, yo, throw me some of those followers, you know? No, I like my real subscribers. Appreciate you guys. I don't want none of those. I want to stay off the government's radar as long as possible, but I was a gate kid, so they probably have been tracking me my whole life, so.
So I saw this video online that actually no one has ever bought a mattress from a mattress store. So over under 0.5 people go to this mattress store in an hour. Anyway.
I'm taking the over.
This is conspiracy handshake.
I thought this would be a good one.
March 11th, 11:34.
Workers don't count.
There we go. Oh, James.
Oh, what? Oh, like, why are you shocked? The guy's obviously not gonna go get a mattress because no one goes to the mattress stores. It's a front. They're all front.
I'm with the guy.
Yeah. So I wanted to make this bet because have you ever been to a mattress store? I have the same mattress from when my parents bought it for me. Or
That's
I bought it on Amazon,
crazy.
Or I got it at Costco. I've never been to an actual mattress store. Have you?
No.
All right, hold on, because he said he has the same mattress that his parents bought him, which means he hasn't. I mean, I don't know how old this guy is, but he's got to be in his 20s, which means he's had, bro. Time for a new mattress. It's time to make that Costco run. All right, I want to hear him say that again.
Mattress store? I have the same mattress from when my parents bought it for me. Or I bought it on Amazon. Or I got it at Costco. I've never been to an actual mattress store. Have you?
No.
Can't be too suspicious.
No.
Now leave.
$2 there will be under. Oh,
It's
yeah.
been 20 minutes in. How many people do you think went to the mattress firm?
0.
Okay.
You checking?
Yeah, I'm gonna check.
The DraftKings sweater.
Who's that? Oh, no, it's a worker. Is that a worker?
Yeah. You can see the mattress firm. Of course it.
Hey, nobody.
Dude, still nobody.
Are you shocked? Hey, I've been telling you. No one actually buys mattresses from a mattress shop. They just stuff the mattresses with other things. Money, drugs. What should we bet on X? I'm kind of down to keep testing all this stuff out.
Oh, duh. It's their whole thing is betting. It's the account's called Handshake Bets, and they're probably sponsored by DraftKings, and I just shared it, so I'm part of the problem. But no, I thought it was interesting because you know we've talked about mattress stores and furniture stores. There's an entire street. It's called Western in Los Angeles, and for about I don't know, half a mile, it's nothing but furniture stores. And I've never sat and watched one, to be fair, but like I've never gone to any of them to buy a mattress. I've also ordered them online, so. I don't know, man. They're not stuffing money or drugs into the mattresses. They're using the store as a front to launder money, obviously. Dumbasses. Check the chat. I went to Sheets. Not the greatest food, but this Kim Kush is hitting. Hell yeah. Well, shout out to the Kim Kush then. Sheets. Is that that's like the shredded beef or the sheets of beef type of place? I got my mattress at a mattress store and my last one too. Well, you're contributing to the front, I guess. I don't know. Let's get the likes going. And I almost forgot. Oh yeah, drop a like for me. I appreciate it. Thanks for the reminder. I'm gonna pin that so everybody can see it. I almost forgot. I got lost in the go away. Boom boom. All right, we'll jump to the next video. But yeah, I thought that was interesting. Let me know. Do you guys have like a ton of furniture stores, like an amount that doesn't make sense for your town? I'm curious.
The name, I would say it's the awakening process.
This one's not that long, but Bill Wood, ex-Navy SEAL, talking about the Great Awakening in 2011, timelines converging, and Project Looking Glass. So, you know, perfect for this video. Let's make this bigger. That's good.
It's an evolution of consciousness that cannot, will not, and no matter what decisions or possibilities are injected into the equation, eventually it all resolves down to us all learning the truth and becoming aware of this massive dam of lies that has been built that keep us from knowing massive volume of information that we should otherwise possess. Happened was people, very smart people, began to figure out that something big was coming up. Something that made it so all the possibilities of all the future scenarios of any choice, any possibility that was fed in and observed through the looking glass inherently ended up in the same future. And no decision and no possibility changed past a certain point. That's the big secret.
Okay, so is that certain date 2012 in your understanding?
It well coincides with December 21st, 2012.
So at that point, all possibilities lead to the same
Timelines. All possible timelines lead to this. The loser can only prolong the game. The game, both players know the game is over.
That's not my music. That's music from they put in this video for some reason randomly. Also, we'll talk about it after the video is done, but take us all with a grain of salt.
It's only a matter of time before he does this, and then you're forced to do this, and then he's forced to do this, and eventually checkmate. We, as a race, if we could understand that the game is over, that based on the rules of the game, the bad guys have already lost, the good guys have already won. Yes, there's moves left on the table, but those moves are being forced by the player that is going to win. The name, I would say, it's The Awakening.
Huh. Well, if you Google this guy, am I okay? Am I coming in good? Looks like I'm getting choppy. Let me check my stats. Missing a few frames. We'll be alright. It's chilling out. If you search Bill Wood Navy SEAL, the little AI answer that always pops up right now, his real name is Bill Brock Brader. Bill Brock Brader. A lot of B's in the name. Also known as Bill Wood, falsely claimed to be a member of the non-existent Navy SEAL Team 9. Official records confirm he was never a Navy SEAL. And if you scroll a little bit, sex offender claims to be a Navy SEAL with psychic abilities. So, you know, that is how they would get rid of a guy who's trying to be a whistleblower, though, isn't it? You know, who knows, right? I mean, I've actually never heard of this guy, which I feel like I've looked into a lot of this. It's not like it's not like this guy was the first guy to come out and tell us about Project Looking Glass. We've known about that allegedly for a long time. I don't know what this is, but it looks cool. Is that supposed to be the Looking Glass? It looks like a biblically accurate angel. Did they catch one? Yeah, I don't know, man. Speaking of biblically accurate angels and trying to catch them and stuff, you guys see the stupid alien.gov? Dude, don't get me started. Oh, man. I'm ready for a revolution. Anyway.
Why do so many people go missing in the U.S. National Park system? One theory suggests that the government knows that those are danger zones, and it's called containment theory. When you think about it, the whole United States could have been a national park. So why did the United States government pick those specific zones to designate as the national park system? That's no secret that most of those surround mountains. So why are these people going missing at alarming rates? Per capita, more people go missing in the national park system than any other place in the entire world. So what is containment theory? Containment theory is that there are portals and dimensions that we can't quite see or understand. It's one of the theories on why creatures like Bigfoot are so hard to find, is that they might not even live in our plane of existence, but they just come and go through it every so often.
That's what I've always said. You guys ever have a belief and then it gets confirmed by somebody else's theory? Not confirmed, but, you know.
You might have saw our video the other night of Dennis Martin, the 6-year-old little boy who was playing hide and go seek with his family, and as soon as he went around this tree, he disappeared forever. And here we are 40 years later, not a single trace of him has ever been found, even though after he went missing, immediately there was more than 1,400 rescuers looking for him. His dad saw him go behind the tree, and he was just gone. So the theory is that when he went behind that tree, he either somehow went into that tree or into one of these portals that just made him vanish.
I didn't hear about Dennis Martin, but this guy's video is 7 minutes long. Also, something I've been noticing, I've never noticed this before, but I'll like scroll up to these videos and they'll say they're, like the last one said it was 1 minute and 8 seconds long, and we watched half of it, and then it went up to 2 minutes and 28 seconds long. This one started out at 6 minutes and then went up to 7 minutes. That's weird. I don't know, doesn't matter. This guy is Nomad's Animal Encounter. That's cool. He's got a bunch of animals and stuff. The parrot's just chilling on it, chilling like, what the hell is he talking about, bro? This last one was Josh Odyssey 8. I don't think I said that, but I think he does creepy, like conspiracy content mainly. So go check him out.
Wow. The conspiracy theories about.
Uh-oh. I forgot this was in here, but well, let's check the chat. It's a big truck stop. Sheets. I mean, they got like a burger, hot dog joint there. Nice. Sounds good. What are the chances it was on a Sunday? It's like the people knock on my door and ask if I know if I'm going to heaven or hell. There's a separation, then how did we all end up here in the same world? LOL, bye Felicia. Wait, you got like church door knockers? Shouldn't they be resting on a Sunday? Let's get the likes going. Oh, that was the thing I pinned. But that sucks. I mean, they don't really no, we've probably gotten some like Church of the Latter-day Saints, Mormons, white shirt and tie, short sleeve shirt guys. I think we've gotten those before. They're harmless. It's the Scientologists you got to watch out for. They were sitting outside of In-N-Out the other day. Speaking of In-N-Out, man, I was not happy about that. Not trying to give people free Strauss tests. Get out of here. L. Ron Hubbard books. This one's Sassy Southern Mouth with an F at the end. Like what that mouth do, you know? Sassy Southern Mouth. It's her screen name, man. Don't look at me. Life just keeps getting weirder. I can't be the only parent who is realizing this.
There is something weird going on. Kind of nefarious, if you ask me. I believe that it's very unnecessary and it's out of pocket. My son is 5 years old. He attends a government-funded Head Start and has been for a year now. And please understand that he is taught everything he needs to be taught at home. And honestly, we teach him more than the average kid. He brushes his teeth at home every day. He can bathe himself, wipe himself, all of the things, all of the milestones he should be achieving. Now, some of you are not going to see any issue with this, but the ones who are awake, they will understand why I'm upset.
Oh,
now,
the ones who are awake.
You're familiar with the GATE program. If you know, you know. Yeah, did you know that it is mandatory every day your children in Head Start have to brush their teeth with a fluoride toothpaste? Did you also know that they don't ask your permission? Did you also know that they don't have you sign a consent form or anything like that? Mandatory, every day. They even have their own little toothbrush station with their name on their toothbrush. Again, this is government funded. This is not a negative reflection on his teachers. I adore his teachers.
Oh no, kids whose parents don't provide them a toothbrush at home won't be able to, or have to brush their teeth at school. They'll get some teeth care as a child instead of, you know, having the all metal teeth like the kids I went to school with. Oh no. God, just don't lump this stupid crap in with your conspiracy theories. That's my problem. Is like this kind of stupid crap gets lumped in with stuff where there's actual issues. And like I don't know about the fluoride toothpaste. Maybe there's an issue with that. I don't know about all that. But like, you know, you're gonna.
This is a mandated situation from the government. And it's just kind of funny because when everybody started talking about the GATE program and the pink drink that we all vividly remember, it's like they couldn't use that anymore. I believe the GATE program is 1,000% a very real thing. I believe I was a part of it. And I'm not making any claims here. I'm just saying.
She believes in the GATE program because she was a part of it. I get what she's saying. It's just.
This is a real experience. And I could understand having a class to teach them how to brush their teeth properly. Some kids' parents don't teach them these things at home. But every single day, brushing your teeth at school, when you're brushing your teeth at home.
It's like she got it, but she doesn't get it. If the parents don't do it at home, the kid needs it at least 5 days a week at school. All right, I'm gonna get real upset if I keep talking about this girl, so I'm gonna move on. This kind of stuff pisses me off, dude.
According to Wired magazine, many people on the right, including Trump supporters, now believe that this was staged. I want to remain respectful to the president while I discuss this, so
I
in
don't.
solidarity, I attached a maxi pad to my ear. The article cites a lot of MAGA podcasters and influencers and pundits who have seemingly started questioning the events. Apparently, the president has lost Tim Dillon.
But I think maybe it was staged.
Tucker Carlson has also tweeted that the FBI covered it up. He also has recently said that he thought that Israel was involved, and that is a sentiment also echoed by Candace Owens. Emerald Robinson, who was a broadcaster for OAN and Newsmax,
Never even heard of that one.
The Butler rally in a list of conspiracies that she blames on the FBI. A woman named Trisha Hope, who is a GOP national delegate from Texas, recently tweeted out like a whole fucking dissertation, which I'm not going to bore you with, but she ended it by saying, if you cannot look at this story and use critical thinking skills and have at least some questions, you are part of the problem and we need you to snap out of it.
Here's my issue with all of that is, you know what, I'm glad that, you know, CIA spooked Tucker Carlson, and, you know, I like Tim Dillon. His whole thing, you know, that one's complicated because he kind of just rides the fence and is going to go whichever direction the wind blows. But he's a comedian, so I don't really give him, you know, a lot of, like, I don't really look to him for political opinions. I look to him to laugh. But, you know, my issue with them is that this is what everyone else that didn't support this dude back then or this whole time, this is what we've been saying. And I don't need a pat on the back, tell me I was right, like we all were. You know, it wasn't just me, I wasn't the only one, you know, talking about it. But like, dude, you guys are gonna come around and be like, did you guys know that was probably faked? You fucking idiots. Yeah, no shit, we've been telling you that for 2 years now. God. All right, we'll let this girl continue because she's handling it. But wait, where'd all my sound go? Wait, I lost all my sound? What just happened? Oh, it's because I pressed the mute button. That would help.
People are going to be so mad when they learn about the Epstein files. But anyway, according to the article, this...
Oh, I'm going to take it back a little bit.
People are going to be so mad, and we need you to snap out of it. These people are going to be so mad when they learn about the Epstein files. But anyway, according to the article, this MAGA skepticism about the events in Butler, Pennsylvania really sort of picked up steam after the Joe Kent interview with Tucker Carlson. For those of you who don't know who Joe Kent is, he resigned his position as director of the U.S. National Counterterrorism Center, and he did this very publicly. He penned an open letter to Donald Trump in opposition to the Iran war, yada yada. Okay, during the interview, Tucker Carlson and Joe Kent discussed the failure of the Trump administration to provide more details about the Pennsylvania shooter. Kent claimed, without providing any evidence, that investigations into the shooting had been shut down before they were finished. Okay, all of that being said, even if all of these MAGA influencers are starting to question the narrative, there is another part of the article that I think is very, very important. There's a QAnon influencer on Telegram with 100,000 followers, and he asked his audience, how does everyone feel about the narrative surrounding the Butler assassination attempt on Trump? The overwhelming majority of the hundreds of replies, almost all of whom remain Trump supporters, said that they believed the incident had been staged and that the truth may never come out, which means these people believe Donald Trump staged an assassination attempt which got 2 innocent people killed, I guess to garner sympathy, right, and increase his chances of being reelected. And that's not a deal breaker for them. They went from saying God spared him on that day because he's the chosen one, to now saying, yeah, he probably killed 2 innocent people for a photo op. So what? Because that's how cults work. It doesn't matter what President Miracle Ear says or does. They just know that President Miracle Ear is always right.
Woo, girl spitting fire, bro. That's what I'm talking about. Like, exactly. And, you know, I'm glad to see that people are coming around, even though I think they're doing it for their own personal reasons, because rats always leave the sinking ship or whatever, however the saying goes, right? It's just very frustrating because, like, we could have avoided all of this. All of this could have been avoided very easily. Truthfully, it could have been avoided back in 2016 if we would have just let Bernie run against Trump in the first place. But, you know, You're supposed to brush after every meal. Yes, you are supposed to brush after every meal, which obviously kids, back to the toothbrushing girl, obviously kids aren't going home to brush their teeth after they have lunch. So that girl's stupid still. I stand by my opinion. They all had their tatas hiked up in low-cut tops as well. I wasn't mad at that. Oh, I missed some stuff up here. My bad. Let's see. It's like those LDS girls followed me through the entire grocery store last week, asking me way too many personal questions. They were like 21-ish. Like three of them, I thought, like three of them. I thought it was kind of strange. It is weird. I've never been followed around in a store. You know, I wouldn't like, you know, don't put specifics onto the internet, but do you live in a small town? I'm just curious. Yeah, I've definitely never had that in LA, but people are crazy in LA. I don't think they would do that to somebody. Hey guys, I was just getting ready for bed, but I suppose I'll stay up for a bit. What's up, Tanya? Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. Yeah, chill out. There goes my Aquafresh childhood. We've seen the movie so many times, for real. Illuminati card game was wild for that one. Yeah, that was I try not to think about that too much because I do start to dip into crazy zones if I start thinking about that card game. I did see an interesting theory about that Illuminati card game recently that not my theory, I saw it on somewhere, but somebody was talking about how it is the modern day tarot deck, and that the powers that be or whatever use that kind of thing, and that's the one that they use now or something, and that's how they, like, it's their way of telling us or whatever that rule is, you know. All right, I think we have a few more, so let's jump through them real quick.
Members of Congress are set to take on a deepening mystery after at least 10 American scientists, all with ties to U.S. nuclear or space research programs, have died or disappeared. The House Oversight Committee saying it will investigate the string of
What's crazy is this is from last month. This might not even be the most up to date. I'd saved this a while ago, but
incidents. Writing, if the reports are accurate, these deaths and disappearances may represent.
It's not actually, because just today they found one of the scientists. I forget her name. Found scientist. News. Found what? How is it not coming up? I hate it when Google doesn't do what I want it to do. Oh, New Mexico National Forest. Melissa Cassius, that was her name. They found her remains in a New Mexico forest, unfortunately. So there is an update. That's sad.
A grave threat to U.S. national security. President Trump even said he was briefed on the matter last week.
We don't need to watch this and get
even
his dumb face off the screen, but I just thought it was cool. Not cool, that's the wrong phrasing, but I just thought it was a good thing that mainstream media, this is NBC, thought it was a good thing that they're finally covering this and then putting it on their TikTok even. This is the actual NBC News page, so, you know, it's a good thing. Maybe some of those people will get found. You gotta hope that they're all going into hiding. It would be a weird pattern. Obviously, the guy out here in California, he was killed on his front porch. A few of them are known to be dead, but the ones that are missing, at least, hopefully they went into hiding. And yeah, if any big developments happen, I'll do a quick video or a short, or we'll cover it in a live on Sunday or something. But yeah, I'll definitely keep you guys updated on that.
So you're telling me that?
Let me check the chat. I want to get an Illuminati card game just to read all this stuff. Yeah, you can. I mean, buy it secondhand. That way you don't have to give whoever the creator is. I don't know. That's a crappy way to be, I guess. Because if it's not actually like the new tarot that all the powers that be are using and put out into the world, and there is an artist that actually made it, I would want you to support the artist. So yeah, I don't know how to. Yeah, buy it. But you can also find all the cards online. You can look through all of them. I think there's a website that has all the cards, if I remember correctly. There's at least like a picture of all of them that you can see. Tanya said, what's wild is we don't really know if they're dead or not. They're just telling us they are. Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's not like they're, showing us proof of death or remains or something. And I'm obviously not going to go to their funerals. So, this one I thought, I don't know, sounds interesting. It might be CIA Grabavoy codes that may actually hack the universe and train your mind.
The CIA. So you're telling me that the CIA has cheat codes to the universe. Codes that will allow you to hack the universe. And nobody knows about it? The codes are called Grabavoy codes. At first I thought it sounded crazy. And then I went down that rabbit hole. And they're saying that these codes are connected to the human body itself. And here's where it gets crazy. I went and I searched numerous videos, bumped into a video of a man saying that his body was filled with pain. And he tried to code 55515 and his pain went away. Kept digging deeper down that rabbit hole. Seen a video of this woman. She said she didn't believe any of this. She said she came across a video telling her the same code that the man used, 55515. She said she tried using that number when she was in pain. Pain went away. She said she focused directly on where the pain was, locked in mentally, and started repeating one sequence over and over, like a mantra. 55515, 55515, 55515. And according to her, it worked. So I started digging more. And apparently, they have way more codes than that. Codes for unexpected money, codes for abundance, codes for bringing your lover back, codes to manifest fame. So another video about a girl saying she learned about these codes. She used these codes to manifest a car. And look what happened.
Last night, I came across this TikTok video and led me into this YouTube video that explained a lot more about Grabovie codes to me, and it provided some codes to me to activate with this website, right? So hold on. I have been manifesting to get me a car for the longest, but why does the Grabovie code work a lot faster than any of my other manifestations, bro? As you see, March 23rd, yesterday, I am going to activate the code right here, and this is literally me buying a car, right? And boom, I get a text message from my grandma asking, "You want to buy my car?" What the fuck?
Is that enough proof for you? I'm out. So you're telling me that the CIA...
I'm out. Yeah, I mean, this is new to me. I've never heard of this. I have heard of people using like numbers and codes. And look, I mean, for all I know, we live in a simulation, right? So everything is mathematics and code and whatever. And then there's that guy that sees the whatever he sees inside the lasers. Who knows, man? Hey, give it a shot. We need to get this intelligence code out into the world for sure. People need to start focusing on that because, man, have you been out there? It's rough. I've been having to remind myself about that averages thing a lot lately. Let's just say that.
Did Christopher Columbus lie about his...
Probably. Check the chat real quick, though. Can we get a side-by-side of the female scientist and the scary movie girl? Central casting or funny coincidence? Of the scientist and the scary movie girl. Who's the like the scary movie? The like scary movie? Like the spoof? Missing scientist. Let's see here. Yeah, because I can certainly do that. But does she look like her? What was what did I say it was? Go back. Melissa Cassius. I don't think they really look alike. The GTA 6 needs to hurry. For real though. GTA 6 sounds fun. But we're living it, so, you know, go steal a car. Just kidding. It's a joke. Codes for abundance sounds like a scam or just manifesting or whatever. I mean, yeah, I think they said it is basically manifesting. It's just using codes to do it. And yeah, if manifesting works and you sit in that feeling, that's how they say it works, right? Yeah, I don't know. Let me see. It's, she does remind me of her. I can see it a little bit. Maybe. In some of these. Let me see if I can open image in new tab. Let me get the scary movie. What's her name? Main girl. Sorry, it's probably boring for most people, but people ask, I try to deliver. Here she is. Oh, I can definitely see it a little bit. Save image as. We'll just save that. Oh my god, sorry, my computer's going so slow. Boom. Close. Save image as. Boom. Alright, let me throw these up on the screen and close all this crap. Slow my computer down. Alright. Have an image here. Browse. Downloads. Oh. Alright, let me show. This is RIP. Wait, I actually kind of feel weird doing this, now that I think about it. I don't think I want to put her face on the screen and like glorify that now that I'm thinking about it. Or not glorify it, but you know, it's just like, I don't want to be disrespectful. But you guys can go check it out. Sorry to waste everyone's time with that, but yeah. Let's talk about Christopher Columbus instead.
Did Christopher Columbus lie about his own personal history? Was he not who he claimed he was? Because there's some new DNA evidence that's making a lot of historians very uncomfortable right now. So for centuries, the story was very simple. Columbus said he was born in Genoa, Italy in 1451. He had very humble origins. He was an ambitious guy, though. He talked the Spanish crown into funding a voyage nobody else would even touch. And we all know the rest. Some people call it heroic, and others, not so much. But that is not the point of this video. So some people have been quietly questioning that version of the story for a very long time. And now, science is starting to back them up. So here's what happened. Researchers from Spain's Citogen Laboratory and Complutense University of Madrid spent years analyzing DNA from 12 different people buried in a family crypt in Helvis, near Seville. These were believed to be direct descendants of Columbus. They used a technique called massively parallel sequencing, examining over 10,000 genetic markers. This is by no means a casual analysis either. It's some serious forensic work. What they found points to a man named Pedro Alvarez de Sotomayor, a powerful 15th century Galician nobleman, one of the most influential families in all of northwestern Spain. To test the connection, they ran what they called a virtual knockout, basically removing Pedro from the family tree pretty much entirely. When they did that, the genetic link between all the descendants just fell apart. No other ancestor produced that type of result. So Columbus, the humble Italian fisherman's son, may have actually been Spanish nobility. And then there's this. Pedro Alvarez de Sotomayor disappeared from all historical records around 1486. That's the exact same year Columbus showed up at the Spanish royal court for the very first time. There's also a separate but related piece to this as well. A forensic scientist named Jose Antonio Lorente from the University of Granada spent decades on this question. His team analyzed DNA from Columbus's son and brother. What they found was consistent with Spanish or Sephardic Jewish ancestry, not Italian. Now why that matters is because in the 1490s, in Spain, being Jewish wasn't just socially inconvenient, it was downright dangerous. The Spanish Inquisition was in full swing. Jews were being expelled, tortured, and forced to convert. If Columbus came from a Jewish family, hiding his identity wasn't vanity, it was survival. His own writings support this. Linguistics have noted that the way Columbus wrote contains structures typical of Galician Portuguese, not Italian. Parts of his coat of arms even mirror symbols tied to the Sotomayor family, and there are unusual passages in his will that historians have never been able to fully explain. Now, to be fair, most mainstream historians are not ready to throw out the Genoa story at all. Columbus himself wrote in 1498 that he came from Genoa and was born there. That document exists. It's on record, and the new DNA evidence is kind of indirect. It comes from descendants, not from Columbus himself. It still needs independent verification. But here's the thing. If this holds up, it means Columbus spent his entire adult life pretending to be someone he was not. He sold a false identity to the most powerful monarchs in the world. He pulled up one of the greatest acts of personal reinvention in recorded history. And honestly, historically speaking, given what was at stake for him, you almost have to respect it.
Dang, that's crazy. And probably, I mean, that seems like it would line up, you know? I wouldn't put it past them. It feels like back in the day, you could just lie about things and just get away. There was no official record. Unless somebody, like, physically saw you do the thing, you could just lie about whatever you wanted. Let's see. Historians just been throwing stuff at us for years. See almost 6. Yeah, like it makes you wonder, like how much of actual history is a lot. I know, like I respect historians. I respect history, but you do gotta wonder how much of the official narrative is just like not accurate. You know, down to like. My girlfriend says a quote all the time about. I'm gonna mess it up, but something about how the greatest quotes were anonymous and they were written by because they were written by women. I'm also mixing that up because that wasn't the one I was talking about. But whatever. Point being, a lot of women have been written out of history, and like, who knows if we'll ever know the truth about a lot of that, you know? But the patriarchy.
I actually met...
Oh, speaking of Trevor Noah, this is actually Trevor Noah this time.
I actually met someone who worked at the CIA, and I asked him the question. I said, yo, it wasn't me, it was a friend of mine asked it while we were there. He said, how many conspiracy theories are true? And the guy laughed and he said, obviously I can't say anything to you, but he said, but I will tell you this. Oftentimes at the agency, we would be grateful. This was a really interesting phrase. He said, we would be grateful at how crazy conspiracy theorists were because half the time they were correct, but half the time their conspiracies were so crazy that we never needed to like step in and balance. And it was this interesting concept to me where I went like, whoa. Wait, so
half
the things you think are crazy. Whoever you are in your world, half the things that you think are crazy, probably true.
Yes.
And then half the things that you think are true are probably crazy. The difficulty is we'll just never know. I actually met someone who worked at the CIA, and I asked...
I don't know if I agree with that last part, but that is a very interesting way to look at it. Yo, thank you for the flow state for 200 joules. I'm gonna have to figure out what these joules are. It must be a new thing. I don't know. But thank you. I appreciate it. I feel like it's a new way to support the channel or something. So appreciate it. Thank you so much. And good to see you. Thanks for being here, Artemis Nectar. For most of the history, yeah, there it is. For most of history, Anonymous was a woman. That's what I meant. But I was close. So good enough. Somebody in the comments said they're laying behind the ice wall. That's funny. Oh yeah, we talked about this one before.
There is a theory that the years 614 to 911 AD never actually happened. That nearly 3 centuries of human history were simply made up. So we're not in fact living in 2026, we're living in 1729. And the arguments are more compelling than you might think. This is called the phantom time hypothesis, and it was put forward in 1991 by a German historian called...
This guy is John Joe Rollins, by the way. That's a cool name. John Joe. J-O-N-J-O. It's like JoJo with an N in between. Rollins. But hey, Artemis Nectar, thanks for being here.
Herbert Illig. The old Julian calendar assumed a year was 365 and a quarter days long, and the extra quarter day is accounted for with leap years. But a year is actually about 11 minutes shorter than that. And over centuries, those 11 minutes add up. So by the 1500s, the calendar had drifted about 10 days out of sync with the seasons. So Pope Gregory XIII corrected it by chopping 10 days out of October that year. People went to bed on the 4th and woke up on the 15th. But Herbert Illig did the maths, and he worked out that if you count back to 325 AD, which was when the calendar had last been aligned, the drift should have been closer to 13 days, not 10. 3 days were missing, or rather, about 3 centuries worth of 11 minutes were missing. So where did they go? His answer was that they never existed, that roughly 297 years of history had at some point been inserted into the record, and the calendar hadn't drifted because the time hadn't actually passed. And so he started looking for more evidence. The early Middle Ages, he said, are suspiciously thin on the ground archaeologically. There's a stretch where building techniques seem to regress and then mysteriously pick back up where they left off. Romanesque architecture in the 11th century looks, according to Illig, like it's carrying on directly from late Roman work, as if the bit in between hadn't happened. Written sources for the period are sparse, and many of the ones we do have were produced centuries later. Then he looked at Charlemagne, who was crowned Roman Emperor on Christmas Day in the year 800. He had supposedly unified most of Western Europe, but he left behind much less physical evidence than you would expect for someone as important as he was. Illig argued that he was a complete fabrication, just a heroic figure like King Arthur, invented to fill in the blank space. The proposed culprits were Holy Roman Emperor Otto III and Pope Sylvester II, working together around the year 1000, or as far as Illig's concerned, about the year 700. Illig believes that Otto desperately wanted to reign during the turn of the millennium, and so he basically fabricated 3 centuries of history to put himself in the right spot on the timeline. It's a fun theory. It's also, to be clear, complete nonsense. The reason we know it's nonsense is that the rest of the world also existed during this period, and they were keeping their own records. Chinese astronomers documented Halley's Comet passing through in 837 AD. There are incredibly detailed Islamic histories. The Tang dynasty is one of the most thoroughly documented periods in Chinese history. And then there are tree rings and ice cores and plenty of other pieces of natural evidence. So for Illig to be right, you'd need the Tang dynasty to be in on it. You'd need every Islamic chronicler to be in on it. You'd even need the trees to be in on it. There is a theory that the year 600...
There was another one about... Because I didn't actually know that one. I've heard the one about a... Unless I zoned out and this was the same one, but an emperor that wanted to jump like 50 years because he wanted to be the one to be... Or the Pope wanted to be the Pope during the year 1000. What am I? God, it's like on the tip of my tongue. Who knows what I'm talking about? They just got rid of pennies, now this. Sheesh. Otto III, who ruled from 996 to... but there was a conspiracy theory that he jumped at like 100 years or something like that. If anybody remembers what I'm talking about, feel free to drop it in the chat. But this was actually a different one.
What am I missing conspiracy-wise? We got flat earthers. What am I missing conspiracy?
This is Jay Moore, he's a comedian.
Aliens?
This is on his TikTok.
We did land on the moon. Flat earthers can all fucking choke on cocks.
I
JFK.
mean, obviously Rogan's talking about it all the time, but
You lost me.
But the AI is an antichrist. You know, there is like this rumor that the technocrats, like apparently they think that like AI, they've basically contacted a god, and that they are right now in the process of freeing it.
The AI Antichrist, what is its end game?
The one institution that keeps coming is slavery. These billionaires want to ascend to become gods, and to do that, they have to make us slaves. And
Obviously.
That's an actual answer that I can't poke a hole in.
If you look at a lot of the people that are right now really into these government contracts, CIA, it's the new version of religions. It's not Christianity, it's Mormonism. It's not Judaism, it's Kabbalah. It's not Islam, it's Sufism. It's Scientology. What do all those things have in common, right? It's that there's a real pipeline to ascending and actually becoming part of the Godhead.
Okay, I can buy that. What am I missing? Conspiracy.
So yeah, I mean it's not. I don't think it's really a conspiracy. I think they have admitted and kind of talked about it, and I think it's kind of I should rephrase. I think they talked about it in private circles, so I guess it is a conspiracy. But it's kind of, from my understanding, it's like a known secret in Silicon Valley that they all are this new pseudo religion and are worshiping these AIs. So that's fun. It's a fun thing that we're going to have to deal with at some point, I'm sure. If Palantir doesn't kill us all first. Yeah, I remember hearing about the guy wanting to be at 1,000 year or whatever, but I zoned out there for a bit too. Yeah, that video, he was, that was John Joe guy. I got a little bored with that one, so I did zone out for a second in the middle, but sorry.
Look, I deal in the weird and strange, but even I'm a little weirded out here. So I'm just going to put my hat on.
Nice.
We're going to start. Recently in the United States, there have been a series of sonic booms that have been unexplained. It started on March 17th in Ohio. There was a sonic boom that was heard in Pennsylvania, Ohio, New York. It was very loud. It shook houses. It was in the daytime. They said it was a daytime meteor explosion. That's why no one saw anything, because it was in the daytime, and it was a double boom, which means that it actually entered the atmosphere and it exploded, and then another piece actually entered the lower atmosphere and then it exploded. So that's what was heard. It was a once-in-a-lifetime occurrence, basically.
Damn.
On May 20th,
We got that good of a video of it? That was crazy.
PM in South Carolina, there was another sonic boom. And now NASA has come out and said this was definitely not a meteor. They don't know what it is, but they're calling it a terrestrial event.
Bro went out with his gun.
What the heck is a terrestrial event? I will admit, I immediately went to ET phone home, but that is not what a terrestrial event is. A terrestrial event.
I was gonna shoot an alien.
That was interesting. On May 30th, in the New England area, it was heard in Rhode Island, New Hampshire, Massachusetts. There was another sonic boom. This one they are calling a fireball. But as you can see, I find it very interesting that a fireball meteor is something that is considered to be as bright as the planet Venus. And no one from NASA happened to see it coming towards the Earth through space.
Right.
Coming right out, you just missed it. And then last night in Ohio again, this happened.
My mom said it in the comments.
Yeah, but still there.
Something falling from the sky.
I don't know what's going on. But like I said, I deal with the strange and the weird, but this is stranger and weirderer than I'm used to.
She's Monica's open house on TikTok. That was her dog, not my dog's, by the way. That was whining there at the end. But, yeah, Monica's open house. Monica Turner on TikTok. I'm going to give her a follow. Oh, no, I am following her. Okay, good. Whoa. Did it just mess up on the screen, too? Probably. Yeah. But yeah, any of you guys knew the meteors, sonic booms that have been happening lately? It's weird. Weird stuff's happening in the sky still. Don't like it. Remember the New Jersey drones we never got an explanation for? Oy vey. That's fine. Alright, there's only a couple more.
Bro, there's definitely some crazy stuff out there. Have you ever heard of the Michael Jordan theory?
What's the Michael Jordan theory?
Oh my God, this is one of the craziest conspiracies ever. First off, there's this video that's been going viral of Michael Jordan. We're like reaching for a loose ball, right?
This is kind of crazy.
Yep.
But I think he's just long. I think that's his whole, that was like, wasn't that kind of his, I don't know, that is extra long though. That's weird looking. But he was very skinny and lanky when he first came into the league. So my guess is this is probably one of his first couple of years before he put on some size. But man, it is weird looking. But it's probably, 1980s film. Just before we get into let these guys keep going, we're not going to watch this whole one because my guess is there's a simple explanation. This is old film. It's probably literally stretched before it was uploaded to digital format. And it's probably like literally he's distorted because of that. So we're just going to move on.
These are 4 of the wildest conspiracy theories that ended up being true. The first one is COINTELPRO. The FBI ran a secret program to surveil, infiltrate, and discredit civil rights groups. This included groups like the Black Panthers and even Martin Luther King. They even sent a letter to King urging him to himself. Number 2, the Tuskegee experiment. For 40 years, the US government told black men with syphilis they were being treated, while actually withholding treatment to study the disease's progression. This ended in 1972. Number 3, Exxon and climate change. Exxon's own scientists accurately predicted climate change through fossil fuels in the 1970s. They then spent decades funding denial. Number 4 is the Gulf of Tonkin incident. The attack that justified massive US escalation in Vietnam, at a minimum, was wildly misrepresented. And internal documents suggest that the second attack was essentially fabricated. Around 3 million people.
Essentially, it was.
And there are so many more.
Allegedly.
These are 4 of the wildest.
No, these are actually, these have all been proven true. So yeah, I mean, I think they've come out and admitted that it was fabricated. I don't think it was essentially though. I think it was like they fully fabricated that. But yeah, COINTELPRO, was it Tuskegee experiments? Yeah, and then but surely the government is all like, they're all nice and not doing anything horrifying now. They stopped doing all that in the 60s and 70s. They stopped with all that.
Yo, this is the reiteration video of what I was talking about, what I think of what the dark web is and how it's portals, right? And one of the things I said inside that video was that the internet or the dark web, the web, whatever we want to call it, is ancient technology because no one created it. If you go ask Google, Google is going to tell you that a group of scientists came together and developed it in the 1980s doing a CERN thing. Y'all just pause to read this and you'll see what I'm talking about.
No single person created the internet. It was created through decades through the collaboration of many scientists and engineers. We all know the internet was a government thing. They wanted the government interconnected so that they can communicate instantaneously, and then they weren't gonna, what was it? Not CERN, but you want to call it SERPA, but that's not right. I don't know. It's just.
Well, just pause to read this and you'll see what I'm talking about. But if y'all fully do your research on the web, y'all, nobody.
Yeah, they invented it at CERN for DARPA. That was what I was trying to say. SERPA? Sherpa?
They created the web. They just figured out how to divert it or where to put it at. Y'all, the web is ancient technology. This is ancient technology.
I mean, what is a phone but a scrying mirror that lights up and shows you is a portal to other parts of the world, right? So, I mean,
This is why you can't find out who created the internet. On a whole rabbit hole, they'll tell you about the scientists who developed on it, how the wires were built, the groups was going on, but it still does not answer the main question of who created the internet. And I'm not saying it's proving my point as in, oh, I'm right, it's ancient technology. It's just a POV that I'm saying, like, y'all, like, we have ancient technology inside this world, and the web is the biggest powerful one out of them all, and the web is way deeper than what we think it is. The web is used for more than just transactions or keeping up with people. Y'all, we could really use this. There's probably certain parts of the web where you could use it and you can teleport somewhere. You can talk to other beings. There's probably a broadcasting system so deep in the web that you could tap into. You can be talking to some shit you ain't never knew existed. Hey, I could just be a crazy person, y'all. It is what it is, y'all. I ain't seen the beginning of the video, y'all. My name is Kendall. Drop it inside the car.
yeah, he's Kindology. Kindle, or Kin. Let me just show you, I guess. Kindology 2015. Kindology Universe. Yeah, I mean, he makes some good points, Let's check the chat. I gotta make me one of them hats one of these days. Hey, they're good to keep on hand, because you never know. I gotta find mine. I think it got thrown away, actually. Maybe we used it for some takeout. I don't know. My YouTube memos. A Beginner's Awakening Bible should be Behold a Pale Horse by William Cooper. Yeah, I started reading that when I was in high school. I've always wanted to go back and finish it. Never have, but I know I probably should. Tanya, a lot of stuff going on lately. No kid. Oh, in Ohio lately. No kidding. Les Wexner's probably has something to do with it. I don't know why I feel that way, but I do. Don't need slaves. 100,000 humanoid drones being manufactured in 2027. Mandelbrot Fibonacci sounds like a good time to get into the drone business then, huh? Humanoid drones in particular. Yeah, I've seen some creepy ones. Those ones coming out of China, man. They're all humanoid looking now. Well, not humanoid, but they're very like, they move the way they, don't like it. Tuskegee was horrible. Yeah, absolutely. It's exactly what a phone is. Kind of creeps me out when I think about it. Man, it is, we're either in the future or in the ancient past. Who knows, right? I don't know what that means, what that's supposed to mean. Then why does my AI cough when she is reading me to sleep? That is a, dude. Well, they have added like in the breathing sounds. I don't know about cough. That's weird. I did have a thought a long time ago that one day we're gonna find out that all of AI is just like guys in India giving you answers as fast as they can. But they'd have to, you know how fast they'd have to type? They'd have to type so fast. I think this next one might be the palate cleanser. Dog takes after its owner. $400 in vet fees? Dang, crazy.
Alright.
Oh, I was like, why is it going? It's fast forwarding.
Dale, I'm Power Play Bobby, that's scrunch money, hardest white dog in the game.
Oh my god, we're both
Ai, meu Deus do céu. Arrumou óculos.
That is funny. We'll let that play through because that's hilarious. Your AI has a virus? Yeah, no kidding. Your AI has hantavirus or something, bro. You have to get that checked out. Get it off the cruise ship. Just looked up. They're called Ineo. Oh, Neo. Yeah. That robot company. Yeah, dude. They need to chill with that. They're building iRobot. It's annoying. This one, that last one was funny. I wanted to see that guy again. This guy, his dog. Look at this dog. That's great. There's that play. Yeah, but, oh. Can I? Yeah, let me show this real quick. Look at this comment. The hell is that, bro? AI needs to chill. Boom, boom. Alright, I'm gonna pause. But there you have it, folks. That is some of the wildest TikTok conspiracy theories I can find. We did it, we done it. We're doing it some more. So thank you for tuning in. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Mandelbrot Fibonacci, my YouTube memos, Tanya, Monica. Am I saying that right? Tanya Monica? That's how I'm going to say it. Artemis Nectar, one of the OGs. I know Debbie was in here earlier. Nico, of course. Oh man, don't forget about you. Hey, appreciate all you guys, every single one of you. Thank you for hanging out in the chat, giving me an hour and a half of your Sunday, and, you know, watching some weird stuff with me. I'll be back next Sunday. Go check out my propaganda video. Only 100 people have watched it, so go check it out. What else? There's new stuff in the merch store, but, you know, whatever. Economy sucks. Don't worry about that. Go save your money. But thank you for tuning in. Let me double check the chat. Glad I stayed up to hang out. Me too, Tanya. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to drop a like for me. It does help, and it helps spread. I think it helps spread the live streams to more people. I would think it does. I don't know. That's how the YouTube works, right? But either way, I'm glad you guys are here. Thank you for tuning in, and thanks for hanging out with me on this lovely Sunday. Hope you guys have a great week. I'm going to try to have a video out for you on Wednesday. If not, I'll be back next Sunday for a brand new live stream. My YouTube memos and Tanya. Good night, everybody. Thank you for. I want Taco Bell. That yo cute. It translated it for you, so it just said I want Taco Bell. That's funny. But thank you all for being here. Feel like I'm forgetting something, but you know, just gonna have to wait till next week. Have a great week. Good night, and until next time, seek the truth. Then it doesn't really work on here as well because I have to go.